I'm so glad that you decided to go ahead and rejoin me. In today's video, we are going to talk about the thumbnail that you need to have for every video that you produce and you put up. Yes, every video. It doesn't matter if it's YouTube, Facebook, on your website. If there is a place to put a thumbnail, you want to go ahead and make that. If you have a good thumbnail or a bad thumbnail, it makes an impression. I know it sounds flaky, but you know what? Our audience is a visual audience, so they want something that they think they want to watch. So it is imperative that you create a fun thumbnail. So how are you going to do this? Well, I suggest right before you go ahead and start filming your video, go ahead and pull out your little cell phone and go ahead and find the camera and go ahead and take a snapshot of yourself. I'm going to go over here because I want to get my Weezy in there and click, and voila, we've taken that picture. So what are we going to do next? How are we going to get that picture from the phone into our computer where we might be working on that YouTube? Well, easy peasy. Just go ahead and either A, email it to yourself. If you have a iPhone, go ahead and use AirDrop. And if you have a Google Gmail, see if you can share it with your Google Gmail and just go ahead and email it to you. Those are the simplest ways to get a photograph to your computer. Okay, so I went ahead and I sent mine to my Gmail because it's just one of the easiest ways in order to find that picture when you are just trying to go ahead and be productive. So I go over here. Here is the email. I click on that. See my picture right here? I can go ahead and I can download that picture, and see when I hover over the picture right here, see my little finger pointing right here over the picture? Look for the pointing finger. There is a arrow pointing down. That means download. So I can download it and share it to a folder. Over here, this triangle with a plus, that means I can send it to my Google Drive, which is a share folder if you are not familiar with that. Or I can save it in pictures in my Google Photos. All of them are good. No answer is wrong. But for today's sake, we're going to go ahead and we're going to just download it right to our file so that we can go find it easy peasy. So go ahead and click that button that says download, or the arrow is pointing down. And then it's going to pop up for which folder. So make sure that you are in the folder in which you want to save it. So mine is in videos, Weezy education videos for YouTube, and then how to make a YouTube thumbnail. That is our project for today. So that is where I want to save it. And just simply hit save. So here we are in the folder. There's one that I've already made. This is the one that I made for the tutorial that we just did for making your YouTube channel. You've seen this picture. So we may go ahead, we may use this template, but let's go see what we have. So right here is our picture, and we're just going to forget about that for right now. We're going to go down to the bottom. We're going to get back on the internet. So as I said, I use Chrome. So my Chrome buttons, I have everything here along the bottom. I like that because it just causes ease to be able to find things. So we're going back to our Chrome. Now we want to go find canva.com. I already have it up here on my toolbar, but it is canva.com. Canva. If you haven't yet, go ahead and start that free account so that everything that you do is automatically saved. So here we are. So here we are on the home page. And it's already showing different things that you can make, and we are going to come over here along the top, follow my finger, things you might want to try. So YouTube thumbnail right there, sized perfectly for you, taking the guesswork out of it. So if you're going to make your own thumbnails, they do need to be 1280 by 720. Now, I've used a couple of these. I used this one was my last one, and I've used this on some others. So let's go see what else they have here. Depending on what you do, they have topics that go well with what you might be speaking about. So if you're talking about food or beauty, tutorial thumbnails, travel, live stream. Let's go see what they have in tutorials. Myself, I kind of like these that have a picture and then something off to the side. Let's see, is this one free? It doesn't say if it's free or not. Let's see if I like this one. It's just simple. But that picture is really small. So no, I don't think so. So you can go ahead and you can try some different ones. Let's try this one that says healthy food, and we know that it's free, just for today's sake. So the first thing we want to do is come over here and click on this picture. And do you see this blue bounding box? That is going to show the whole picture, but only this part of her showing up. So it gives you a little square in the template in which to fit the picture. So in order to use our own picture in there, we're going to go all the way over here to the left. Along the side here is our menu, and since we're using our own picture, we want to go to uploads. And again, here is the album of different ones that we've used, so I could use any of these pictures. I like to use pictures of the clothes that I'm wearing in the video. That's me. That is my personal choice. You don't have to do that. But I like it for continuity's sake. I'm a person, I like everything to kind of like blend together and all go together, make it cohesive. So here we are on the upload media. You can upload images, videos, and audio. You can also record yourself here on Canva. But for today's video, we want to make sure that we have images selected and go up here and hit upload media. And then we're going to, so that's going to pop up our folders or our documents that we're looking for. We want to find the videos category and then find our folder, Weezy's videos for YouTube. And then we are going to look for how to make your YouTube thumbnail, because that's where we housed our picture. We're going to choose my picture, and then we're going to open it. And oh, you see it over here in the menu? It's all propagated. All I'm going to do, see that finger? Just click your mouse or whatever you do to select. And I'm going to pull it over here. And voila, pops my picture right in there. Do I like the gold? I'm not sure I like the gold. Let's see if we can change the, I'm not sure we can change the background. Let's see. Let's go over here to background. Let's see if we can put something else in there. Ooh, I kind of like that. So if you want something with texture, you can go ahead and put texture in there. Let's see if we can change the color a little bit. we can change the color. How I did that is I went up here to recently used, and it gives me ideas that I already have used in the past. So use that or find a new one for yourself. For this, to keep with my branding, I think I'm going to go with the purple, and I like that little design. Let's see. The design, I don't think I can change. That's in the background, but that's okay. I like it. That's one of the reasons I chose it. Gives a little change to the background, a little interest. So, but before I choose, I'm going to stay with the purple. Okay, so here we are. You see how I'm hovering on the word healthy and that blue box is around it? That means it's active. So that means that you can go ahead and make your change. So here you want to click your mouse or click out. Let's click out. Let's go back in. Click it again. You can drag your mouse across the word to select it. And then we're just going to hit delete. And we're going to put how to semicolon, and then we're going to come down here to the word food, click, delete, make a, and then we're going to go down to recipes, click on that, select that, delete that, YouTube thumbnail. Now you're gonna, well, we can leave it like this, but see how big that is? Go over here. So go to the edges of your box, the blue lines. Go to the edges of the blue lines. You see these little white dots? That means that you can move that. I always like to hold down the shift key because it keeps everything uniform and in place instead of stretching it out or crushing it. So I hit the shift key, and then with the click of my mouse, the left of my mouse, I go ahead and I make that smaller, and then I come back up to the line and I get this cursor. That means this cursor that you see here now, that means you can move your box, go up here. We're going to go back in there because I spelled thumb wrong. There we go. And then we're going to go to this box and we're going to resize it. Shift the corner, the arrows are there. Pull that up. This is where you can make your adjustments. Now I can also go in here and change the color of the font. I think I want to. I want something that's going to stand out with my... Oh, wrong. So I made a mistake. So I made a mistake and I changed the background. Easy tip of how you can change that. Do not freak out. You don't even have to go back and find it. Go to your keyboard and hit either Control Z or Command Z. Control Z is for a Windows program. Command Z is for your Apple. Takes you right back. So simple. So let's see. We're gonna... I want to keep that big. And we make some of these readjustments. I can make this bigger. Readjust. Okay, I'm going to select my words again. And that's YouTube, so text. I want to click on text. Here, you can, up here where it says rusted print, see my finger circling, my pointer's circling right here. That's rusted print. So If you want to change your font, you can do that here and make a selection along here. Just remember, anything with a crown costs you. You can readjust your font size. What I'm looking for is to change the color of my font. So I'm going to go over here to this A, and a lot of times when they have a color spectrum symbol underneath, that means that's a color change. So go to that A. Let's see. I use yellow a lot because I think it shows up good. And I want to go ahead and highlight thumbnail. I'm going to see what that looks like in red. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back here to YouTube and I'm going to select that again. And I'm going back up here and I'm going to select that red for YouTube. You know why? Because YouTube is red. It's red and white are their colors. I want to have it brand recognizable for the sake of this video. And then we're going to add just a few more elements to this of our own. So I'm going to go back over here to uploads because I want to add a few pictures. I want to add my logo. So if you have a logo, you can add that. Oops. We want to make sure okay, so make sure you have the right feature. There's my picture. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit the shift key, size that down. Oh, Control Z. I was wrong about that. Okay, so if you want to resize it, just hit that corner and move it down. If I put it into the picture, it's going to go into the picture. So I have to keep it off to the side on the corner. So it doesn't really show up very well. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go over here to elements and I'm going to choose a square. See this square right here? Watch what happens. I'm going to pull that over here, up here onto the left. See where my finger is pointing? There's a little pink box on this toolbar up here. I'm going to hit that and I am going to make it white. But look, it's covering up my Weezy. So what do I want to do? I'm going to right click and it brings up another menu. And we want to send it backward. So it makes it so the Weezy stands out. Get my Weezy up there. Then go up here to the corner of this square. And we just want that to be enough to be behind the Weezy so it pops off the screen. And then let's see, I want another, we're going to go back over here. We're done with elements. We want to go back to downloads. We want this subscribe button because if you're doing this on making this a YouTube, you want to remind people to subscribe to your channel. So go ahead, grab that file while it's large because if you don't, it's going to get tangled up with your words and you don't want to have to mess with those again. So let's go ahead, wait for this arrow to say I can move. See this white arrow means I can move this down, grab my white dot corner, or I make this smaller, just keep it off the picture. Just keep making it smaller. See if I can get it right there on the edge of that. Subscribe. Go back over here to your photos gallery. You see how that is blacked out and it's around black around the hand? That means the background of that photo is transparent, so that when you pull it on the screen, it's going to go straight onto your picture with no background. It was the same way with my Weezy. Now I do have a Weezy that has a nice purple background that I could pull in here. In fact, let's go ahead and do that so I can show you. Upload media. We need to go up in here into these folders. It's under Weezy's graphics. Weezy's graphics. Then I have another one, Weezy's graphics. And see, I have this with this circle, or I have a square. I think I'm going to go with the circle. And I'm going to open that up. And you see it's loading in. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to hit delete. And I'm going to select that square and I'm going to hit delete. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull that Weezy over here. We don't want Weezy in the pictures. And we're just going to fuss with this until we get it the way we want it. And then just click off of it and see, there we go. All color coordinated. Yay! And then of course you want to tell them where they can find more views. So you want to make this a little bit of an advertisement for yourself too. So go back over here to text, hit a heading or a subheading. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to move that down to the bottom. We are going to go back up here to the font. See, it's Open Sans Extra, and then here is the size of the font. Up makes it bigger, down makes it smaller. So we're going to readjust this just so that we can see what's going to fit in there good. I like that right there, 33. We're going to highlight those words. Come on, highlight. And then we're going to put www.weezyinc.com. I don't want that in black. I want that lettering in white. So we're going back up to the top. We see the A with the color spectrum bar. For the text color, we're going to go ahead and hit that. We're going to hit white. Come back down here, click off, done. It's right there. We're going to readjust it. And there, that is your simple thumbnail. So now it is done. Go up to the upper right corner and you're going to see the button share. We're going to hit share. We're going to move my picture out of the way. We're going to move this bar out of the way. And we're going to hit download because we want to save this picture. Download. They say they're going ahead, they're suggesting a PNG. Once again, I'm going to use the JPEG because it makes it a smaller file size, works easier, loads faster into website conditions. And then I'm going to hit download. And look, it came right up to the folder in which I need it. But if that doesn't happen, you can click either this folder, go here to the sides, find what you need, pull down. So maybe that's the history there of what you have had. But you can go over here to this folder, brings you over here to the side. You can click and find, but anyways, find the folder in which you want to put this in. But we want to save it in this folder because it's how to make your thumbnail, and hit save. That's all we needed for Canva. So let's go to our YouTube channel. That's our account. We want to open up, I'm going to go back over here to my Gmail. Okay, so I'm back over here into my Gmail account. I'm going back over here to these 9 stacks. So you can go to Google or to your Gmail account, hit these stacks, the 9 dots, and that's going to bring down your Google menu. And we're going to hit YouTube. Okay, so we're going to go to YouTube Studio. And here we are at our dashboard. So when you go ahead, we're gonna create a new video. So here we are where you upload the videos. Remember in the last tutorial, I showed you how you could go ahead and select your folder. Just go down here to your folder, select a file, drag and drop it to add it. Let's see, we'll just go ahead. We could select this way, drag it and put it in there, and then drag it up there. But I don't want to do it that way today because I want to show you how to use select files. So click this blue button, select files, go over here to the left, select a folder. So I'm going back underneath videos. We're going to go back into our YouTube folder. We will select not that one. Oh, I see why I can't see it. I gotta move myself. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to select how to set up your YouTube channel. Go in there. We're going to select one of these videos that it's already done. Go ahead, open it, and you see that it's working. You are set up. So when you get here, I want to go over this dashboard just a little bit again for you. It's saved as private, so it's not going to show up anything until you make that change. But we're going to come down here to upload thumbnail. Go ahead and click that button. And our thumbnail's not in this one because we're in a different folder. So go back over to make your thumbnail, select your thumbnail that you want, and hit open. So there it is. There is your thumbnail, all big and beautiful. So once your video uploads, this is what's going to show up on the menu screen like these others. So if I go back over to your channel, I want to leave. Here's great examples of different thumbnails that people have used and see how they show up. Some people don't. This one is live, so there is no thumbnail at this time, but they can go back and change that after that's done going live. But Pick out something that you like, a style that you like, and see how you want to do yours. But play around with it, see what you get results with. Thumbnails can be changed at any time, because if you're not getting good results with the first thumbnail, go back and keep trying until you start getting the results that you want. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to stop my share. So the thing is you want to get results with your thumbnails. That's what it's for. It wants to be aesthetically pleasing to a person's eyes. Now, don't obsess over it, because these can be changed all the time. Don't worry if they're not perfect at first. My motto is get something up there. Be bold, be brave. Just go ahead and get something up there. Share the crap out of it. Yes, I said share the crap out of it. Be bold. Share the stuffings. Share. Your video. But if you don't like the thumbnail, you can always redesign it. If you want to have a more effective thumbnail later on, go back, redesign it, change it up, because you can always go back and change so much stuff in the background of each video. But we're just starting this channel. We want to go ahead, we want to create our videos, we want to get them up, we want them to go through the process of what's the right thing to do. But right now we just want to be consistent, go through the process of what's right, to get something up there, to start growing our chops, to get better at growing our YouTube channels and get better on video. That's the whole key to what I'm here to help you with. So I hope you join me in the next module, where I show you how to go ahead and we're going to start filling in some of those descriptions again, and how to propagate those, so that how to set them up so that they automatically propagate, so you don't have to keep putting in the same information with each video. So if you have questions, go ahead and add them to the comments below, and I hope to see you in our next tutorial. Bye.